Hi there, I'm Bunneh, and welcome to my ARK Nomad series. The map of Fjordur has been subdivided into grids, and with each passing day I'm forced to relocate to an adjacent one. I have full access to previously traveled grids, but only once they're no longer adjacent to me. I'm not allowed to live in a permanent base structure, but can rely on movable structures and platforms for my needs. Flying creatures are forbidden unless they're used for walking or utility purposes only. The series will come to an end once I've reached level 100. Hello there everybody! Bunneh here, and welcome back to some more ARK Nomad. When we last left off, we embarked on a journey to the Redwoods in search of a megatherium. To no avail, I might add. Didn't find one, except that level 20 one that was complete garbage. But we did end up discovering that Gerald is a beast in many ways. So as we've done for the last couple episodes, I'll give you guys a very brief synopsis about what happened off-camera to catch you guys up to speed. The off-camera adventures with Gerald and Redwood Cave was very interesting, to say the least. Now, he tanked things like a freaking boss, but the boatloads of Arthropluras were a constant nuisance to deal with. Pretty much every single time we came across one, it would vomit up some homing acid that just directly hit us no matter what. Luckily, the hide gear was easy enough to repair, and honey was plentiful enough inside the cave to keep us healed up. While the loot crates were abundant, the items were pretty lackluster. The best item that we pulled was a Mastercraft pistol blueprint, but I just can't see us using this over the compound bow that we looted in the last episode. At one point we did get a little ballsy and use a grappling hook to access the next section of the cave, which turns out is completely safe with no mob spawns. The unfortunate part is, it requires a lot of grappling hooks to navigate between the loot crates. Once again, I had no luck with the drops in here, and we ended up reaching our goal of level 99 before we pulled an item worth noting. Alright, so now that you guys are all caught up to speed on what happened off camera, let's talk about the plans for this episode. I have had a master plan, kind of in the works since the beginning of the series. The only problem was, I wasn't sure how I wanted to bring it to life. There's a couple different ways that you can go about doing it, but ultimately, Gerald here is going to be the ticket to our success. And I know you guys might be kind of in the dark about what I'm talking about, so I think we're just going to do a good old-fashioned breakdown of the plan and catch you guys up to speed on what I'm talking about. The gap between level 99 and level 100 is extensive. How extensive, you might ask? Try 240,000 XP extensive. So what's the plan? Titanosaurs. A single level 1 Titanosaur kill rewards 80,000 experience. Given that I have the server's difficulty increased, the minimum level of Titanosaur can spawn is level 5, which rewards 112,000 experience. If combined with a rune booster, this will net 224,000 XP in a single kill. Given that I'm already slightly over level 99, one Titanosaur kill with an active rune booster should be enough to land us on level 100, but if need be, we can pull off 2 kills. Now, Titanosaurs spawn with 230,000 HP, regardless of the level. Gerald's bleed effect does a flat 5% damage per hit, or 11,500 damage for the full duration. This means that if we hit the Titanosaur 19 times, it will be left with exactly 11,500 HP. Titanosaurs regenerate fairly quickly, so we should be able to wait a few seconds and get one final bleed effect in to reduce its health down to practically nothing. Now, here comes the tricky part. In order to get the full XP drop, we have to be the ones to deal the final killing blow, not Gerald. This is where a ranged weapon is going to come into play. While I wasn't lucky enough to loot a shotgun, I did happen to find that Mastercraft compound bow in the last episode, so using a ranged weapon shouldn't be a problem. So that's the master plan. Locate a Titanosaur, gore it 19 times with Gerald, pop a rune booster, and deal the final killing blow with a ranged weapon to reap that sweet XP drop and bring an epic end to the ARK Nomad series. So that's the plan, everybody. We are going to kill Titanosaurs from level 99 up to level 100, and if I plan it accordingly, and do things strategically, I should be able to do it in 2 kills, which hopefully is not going to be too bad. But it is going to require some planning, and things are definitely going to have to go our way, because if something goes wrong, the entire plan could go kaput, in which case this is all for nothing. So, you guys are probably wondering, Bunneh, did you get a sweet shotgun in one of those loot crates? And the answer is no. But I did get a compound bow that is pretty damn solid. So I'm thinking if we use this and metal arrows, I think that's going to be plenty to kill a Titanosaur once we get it down to that threshold that I should be killing it by myself. If that doesn't work, we always have a Mastercraft crossbow and even a regular bow to use, just in case this one happens to break while we're using it. but I don't think I'm gonna have any issues. So I did stockpile on regular stone arrows, as you guys are seeing in my inventory, but before we embark on this journey, I think I want to take the remaining metal that I have and make a bunch of metal arrows, because I would rather have as much DPS as we can get, especially since this is basically the finale of the series. I think it just kind of makes sense to waste the materials making arrows that I otherwise wouldn't use. So I'm not sure how many of these we can make, but I'm going to put 200 in the box and just pull as many resources as we can. And it looks like we've got enough for 15. That's great. Yeah, so as it turns out, we are completely out of cementing paste, which means 15 metal arrows is all we're gonna get. But, you know, it should be fine. I've got so many stone arrows, and the damage on this bow is crazy. I just don't see it being an issue. So, I think we're okay. We should be good. Alright, so now comes the scary part, people. We're going to leave behind the caravan, and me, Gerald, and Nanners are about to take a journey to Asgard. Which is frightening, because not having that extra defense over there is going to make this difficult. Especially if we get surrounded by lots of mobs. But as ridiculous as Gerald's saddle is, I think we're gonna be fine. He hasn't struggled to kill anything so far. And I'm fully expecting to take damage from a Titanosaur whenever they do like the stomp attacks and stuff, but these hay bales that he has in his inventory should keep him alive just fine, and if we have to make more on the fly, I brought along the drying rack and the hay compactor, so we should be okay. Now I think just to be safe, I am going to bring along Grigor. Katrina would be the better choice, because she's a higher level Rex and far more capable, but I feel like Grigor just might need to go on a little journey with us, you know? I'm hoping we don't have to use him at all, but in case we need extra defense alongside Gerald, I would rather have him and not need him than need him and not have him. And it is starting to get arc dark, which is super unfortunate. Let's bump up the gamma, and then hopefully we don't get wiped out on this little journey of ours. Now, in order to take full benefit of the XP drop from the Titanosaur, I have to dismount Gerald, and then kill the Titanosaur on foot. Which does make this a bit more challenging. And all of that has to be done while we have a rune booster running. So, to help us out with that, I decided to go ahead and mark down the locations of all of the rune boosters in Asgard. The only thing is, I don't know if these pins will translate whenever we teleport. We're gonna have to find out. If they don't, I'm just gonna have to, take the time to remark them, because I need to get to these boosters quickly, and efficiently. If I don't do this well enough, and I don't time it out to where I get the XP drop while the rune booster's running, then the kill is basically wasted, which makes all of this for nothing. So I need to make sure that I get to one of these locations, get the booster, and then get the final kill on foot with my bow in order to make this work. I think there also might be an XP event running right now while I'm recording this, in which case we may only need to kill one Titanosaur and not two of them. I'm not entirely sure on that. So if we kill one and we get it, that's awesome. If not, we're gonna have to wait for the respawns and then kill a second one. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna find out. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. Here we go, people. Realm teleportation. We are going to go to Asgard Medium, and this is going to give us the option to select where we want to go. I'm not entirely sure where the safest spot is, but I think that north is a decent decision. I think. We're gonna find it. That actually might be where the aberration spot is. I can't remember. You know what? I might go south instead. I'm going off of memory here, so my memory's a little bit loose on this, but let's go south. And what that's gonna do is put a teleport bubble around us, which is actually very small. I gotta get Gerald inside this thing. Oh, nope, it grew. Okay, we're good. We're good. So this is gonna teleport us to Asgard, and then we're just gonna have to track down Titanosaurs, basically. When we find one, the plan is I'm going to gore it 19 times, and I'm just gonna have to keep track of how many times I've hit it. I also have a magnifying glass that we can use to keep track of its health. Okay, please don't kill me. Please, no. Oh my god, please nothing kill. What the fuck is going on? Gerald, protect. Okay, Gerald's a beast. Holy shit, that just scared the fucking daylights out of me. Whew! The good news is Gerald's a beast, so he was able to gore these things and slow them down instantly for us, which helped tremendously. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so as I was saying, we have to gore the thing 19 times, and then we have to find a rune booster, which there's actually one right there. which is super convenient. There's also an Alpha Raptor, which is also convenient if we need it. But hopefully Titanosaurus is going to be how we get to level 100. So basically right now, I just need to travel across Asgard and try to find a Titanosaur. And then once we do, we can gore it, then get a rune booster, then go back and finish it with the bow. Most of Asgard should be pretty safe to navigate, but there's a couple sections near the aberration zones that are really, really dangerous because there's shadow mains there. And I really don't want to get pulled off of Gerald, because if I do, we're kind of fucked. Like, things are so dangerous, especially the shadow mains, that if we get ripped off, we're pretty much as good as dead. And Gerald might be okay because his saddle's ridiculous, but we would definitely die. So we gotta be careful about this. I do like Asgard. It looks quite nice here, you know? Parts of it are just like tranquil. It's nice looking. They got Maywings, they got horsies! Hi, buddies! Man, I always love seeing horses. Fucking love horses. So the red obelisk is usually a good spot for Titanosaurs to spawn. There's like a little patch of land next to it that is a pretty common location for them, so I think that's probably the first place we're gonna head to. And if we don't find them there, then we're just gonna have to run around Asgard until we hopefully find one. If we end up not finding any, then I'll probably do a wild dino wipe just to reset the spawns, and then hopefully we can get one to spawn in. Well, so far, nothing. You know, there is tons of resources here. I feel like we probably should have came here sooner. You know? There's so much crystal and metal. We definitely could have taken advantage of this in the past. But it is what it is. Oh, pack of aloes. Oh, buddies. Luckily, Gerald is fast as shit. Okay, any Titanosaurs? Nope. Not yet. I usually see them that direction, so I'm kind of hoping that we stumble across one there. Once again, I'm going completely off of memory. Like, I didn't look any of their spawn locations up prior to hitting the record button, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. For as much planning as I do for these episodes, you would think I would actually look at the spawn maps, but I kind of just like going off of memory, you know? It's part of the journey. Finding these things, seeking them out, destroying them. Oh, Nelly. Here we go. Okay. Luckily, he does not take much fall damage. God, I just love how fast Gerald is. It just makes navigating in Asgard so much easier. It's nice, too, because this is, like, pretty wide open plains. There's not, like, a ton of objects that block your path. So you can really pick up speed with him and then just, like, soar across the landscape. It's pretty damn fun. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there's a rune booster up there. I'm gonna check the map. Yeah, so I've already got a pin up there. I think it's behind the village. So if we need to, we can grab that one close by if there's a Titanosaur here. So down here is usually where I find one at. Usually. But that's not a guarantee. And I think they actually share spawn locations with a couple other creatures. So, it's a gamble. We're gonna find out. Okay, Titanosaur. Where you at, buddy? Where you at? I got faith in you, dude. Oh, I got excited there, but it's a fucking Bronto. I see tails over here, but I think they're more Brontos. I don't think they're quite large enough to be a Titanosaur. Nope, just Brontos. Okay. Okay, well I just scoured this whole area that I've usually seen them in the past, but I'm not finding any. So I'm gonna scout a little bit more this direction, and then if we don't stumble across one, I think we're gonna look up their spawn map.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I think we're gonna stop for a second and look up some spawn locations here. Okay, well the spawn map for Asgard really didn't help me at all. All it told me is that they spawn mostly on the western side, but because the map of Asgard doesn't line up with the map of, like, Fjordur that I'm looking at right now, it's really hard to tell where that's at. So, I think it's just, like, mostly western and central? I'm not sure. Basically, this just tells me run around like a madman until we find one, which was kind of my plan to begin with. So over there is the aberration area, There are quite a few rune boosters, I think, in that spot, but it's also full of shadow mains. So I'm going to avoid that spot as much as I possibly can. Oh, I think there's microraptors on me. There's definitely one. Okay, it took off. It didn't want none. We were just too damn fast. Okay, I know the spot that we're in right now is really dangerous. I'm actually pretty sure that there's shadow mains that can spawn, like, right down here, up on this ledge. So I think we need to get the hell out of here. Like I said, I'm pretty confident that Gerald would survive, but I know for a fact that we would not. So I don't want to chance it. Okay, hopefully there's no shadow mains in here. I don't think they can spawn in this section. I do see some gotchas. I actually didn't even know the gotchas spawned here. That's pretty sweet. Little fun fact for you guys, the gotcha is the first creature tutorial that I ever made. I remember whenever Extinction first released, and me and my buddies were so confused about how gotchas worked, so I just decided to start tinkering around with them in, like, creative mode to see how they functioned and what was the best food and stuff, and that's eventually what turned into that tutorial video. So it's pretty crazy. Little Gerald's hooves are gonna be tired after all this running's done. We are putting on the miles today. Oh, there's a sheepy! Hi, buddy! Fucking love sheep, dude. They're so cute. They're also one of my favorite creatures, alongside the horses. And the goats. I like the goats. Pretty sure we just did a full circle back to where we spawned in at. We definitely did. That's unfortunate. So I'm pretty sure we did not check the western side of the map, because I think we cut more central to go to the obelisk, so I'm gonna check over here and see if we can find any. If we can't, then Wild Dino Wipe it is. Is there anything down here? Anything in the swamp? No? Man, I would think it would not be this hard to find a Titanosaur. My little hooves are getting tired. Whoa, what the fuck? What? Did you guys see that? What was that shit? Oh, well, apparently that's why we weren't finding them. Titanosaurs can fucking fly. Dude, that was so weird. I don't think I've ever seen that in ARK before. Are they, like, stuck in the skybox or something, and then they drop down in? Like, maybe that's how they have to spawn, because they're so fucking big. Dude, I don't know, but this pisses me off, because this is exactly where we came earlier in the episode, remember? Like, we went right there, looking for them, and then I spent fucking 40 minutes circling the entire map, only to come back here and end up finding one. That just irritates me. Okay, well, the good news is we found one, so everything is going according to plan. It's just taking a little longer than I thought. So let's plan this out, guys. Let's think about this here. So 19 hits is what we have to do with Gerald, and I need to get a rune booster after that. There just so happens to be a rune booster, like, right where we are. I just don't know exactly where it's at. I just marked the coordinates. So I'm going to take a second here to scour the landscape and try to find it. That way we can very quickly get to it whenever that time comes. Okay, I found it. It is right there by the waterfall. That's fucking perfect. Oh my god, guys. This is about as good as we could possibly get with this. I mean, seriously. Despite the 40-some minutes that we just spent looking for one of these things, this is about as good as it gets. We're in like a relatively safe spot, it's in an open plain, and there's a rune booster with ready access. This is really good. Okay, well, without further ado, guys, I think it's time. I have a feeling that this is going to be a gore and run type of thing, so we're just gonna... and then take off. Okay, that hurt a little bit, but that's one hit. So I think that we're just gonna hit, and we're gonna run. Because if it does a stomp, I'm not entirely sure that the stomp is not gonna kill us off the back of Gerald. I don't know for certain. And we gotta be careful. Okay, so it broke aggro, that's perfect. So that means that we can swoop in, hit, run to break aggro, and then swoop back in again. So I think that this is fucking golden. I think we're golden. Who would have thought that this is how the series would end up? We swoop in with a cow, gore a Titanosaur, and then run like hell. Oh, stomp! Okay, it does not kill you off the back of the mount. That's good. That's good to know. Alright, smack and run. Okay. Well, Gerald is tanking these hits like a fucking boss. I was kind of worried about that. You know, we really don't even have to count a ton, because I can always just run up and magnifying glass it if I'm, like, concerned that it's gonna get too close to death. So, we should be okay. This is just gonna take a little bit, because I have to smack, and then I have to run, and I have to wait for the bleed effect to do its full damage, before I can do the same thing over again. So, it's gonna take me a few minutes to whittle this thing down, but we should be okay. Also, I'm going to turn my gamma down because I realize it's probably blinding you guys. I apologize. So this here should be hit number 5, if I can get in a little bit closer. Alright, so that there is hit number 5. If this plan actually works, and we get the giant XP drop by killing a Titanosaur, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. Like, I've been planning this right here pretty much since the start of the series. I had this in mind. I wasn't gonna use a Highland cow because I had no idea they had this damage bleed effect thing that does percentage-based damage, but I did plan on using something like a Thylo, or maybe even like an Allosaur, and running in and do this, but the Highland cow is just so much cooler. I'm so glad this is working out. So it's actually off the ledge now, which does make this a little bit clunkier to do, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna drop down. Okay, and we're gonna smack. And we're gonna run. Okay. I don't want to get stuck in a corner. That would suck. So I think this is gonna be hit number 9, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm only vaguely counting. When it starts to get a little bloodier, then I'll pay more attention and start to magnifying glass it. Haha! Oh, that was a good hit. That was like a drive-by. Okay, here we go again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Smack. Okay, we got it. We got it. I am slowed down like crazy, though. That's not good. Wanna say this is gonna be hit number 13? Okay. I think it was 12 or 13, one of the two. Okay, this should be 14, I believe. When it gets a couple more hits in, I'm gonna magnifying glass it and probably do the math, just to make sure I don't screw this up. Because I don't want to accidentally kill it with a bleed effect, otherwise I don't get any XP for the kill, which would really suck. Okay, I think this is gonna be hit number 15. Okay. I am going to take a second to use a hay bale, because Gerald is losing a little bit of health from the hits, plus some fall damage. But he is hanging in there strong. I have no worries about Gerald at all. Gerald is the beastiest of boys. Look at this. Look at him go. Now comes the hard part of trying to spyglass this thing. Let's take a little gander at its health, and then I'm going to do some math. Gotta get a little bit closer. Okay, it is at, what's it at? 69,000 out of 230,000. Okay, let's do some math real quick. Okay, so one of Gerald's hits should do 11,500 damage. And so if we take that 69,000 divided by 11,500, that means 6 more hits will kill this thing. So I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna do 5 hits, and then we'll spyglass it again. Okay, another hit in. I think to be safe, we're only gonna do 4 hits, just to make sure. The math is saying 6 will kill it, and I do not want to kill this thing accidentally, so we're gonna do 4, and then we're gonna spyglass it one more time. Oh god, it's looking so bloody. I'm actually gonna spyglass it right now first, because I don't want to screw this up, guys. Titanosaur, 58,000. Yeah, so the math so far is working out perfect. That is perfect to what I thought it was gonna be. So, let's do another hit. Don't think that one registered. Come on. There we go. That one took. Going in for another one. Hiya! So I believe 2 more hits will kill this thing. I'm gonna check it out again because I'm really not keeping track of the hits. I probably should be. Alright, what are you sitting at, dude? What are you sitting at? Why are spyglasses so clunky? Alright, 35,000. So let's hit him 2 more times, and we'll see where that puts him. There's 1. And this may be the final hit. Oh yeah, she is getting bloody, people. I need to break aggro, and then once aggro breaks, I can spyglass it 1 more time to see what it's at. If it has more than 11,500 health, then I might be able to smack it 1 more time, and get it as low as possible. That way it becomes a lot easier for me to finish it with my bow. Alright, let's take 1 more little gander here. It's at 13,100. I think we can do 1 more hit. I really, really hope I don't screw this up. I'm actually going to double check. What's its max health again? Just to make sure. Yeah, 230,000. So I think I can do 1 more hit, which is going to leave it with like under 2,000 health. And then we can finish the rest with my bow. Hey, please don't die. I'm going to be so fucking devastated if it dies right now. Okay. Okay, we're good. Alright, sweet. It didn't die from the bleed, which means we are fucking golden. We gotta get this booster, and then we can finish it with the bow, and then that should give us the XP drop. I'm also gonna pick this up with Gerald, because might as well, you know? We're in this together. I've got 15 metal arrows, so I might as well put them to use. Alright, this might be okay. I'm not sure if we can kill it from here or not, but we're gonna fucking try. So, I'm gonna draw back. I'm also gonna go first person, just so I can aim a little better. And I think this should hit.
Nope.
That hit? What? Where did that arrow go? Did it just go into the void? What the fuck happened?
Nope.
Okay, apparently I can't hit the broadside of a Titanosaur. Maybe I'm aiming too high. Let's aim a little lower.
Nope.
Okay, the game's just eating my arrows. How does that make any sense?
Nope.
Come on, baby. How the fuck is that not hitting? I don't understand. Okay, we're being ballsy. We're being really ballsy. Gerald, I need you to protect me, buddy. Huh?
Nope.
How in the world is that not hitting? Like, what? Well, we're down to 8 metal arrows to work with, so that's not good. Alright, let's get this close. I'm gonna pull back. Okay. We're just gonna fucking rapid fire. Yep, we're rapid firing. Rapid firing. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, baby. Yeah! Woo! Mama! Holy shit, we did it! What? Look at that, guys! Boom! Level 100. Holy shit! Oh, it's been such a long time coming, guys! Holy crap! So, as it turns out, that XP boost that's running right now, like the ARK event, it had to have been enough. It must have boosted me enough that I only had to do 1 kill instead of 2, which is okay by me, because the proof of concept is right here. We fucking did it. We started this series with nothing. No flyers, constantly on the move, no permanent base structure, and we ended it with killing a fucking Titanosaur. That's what I'm talking about. This Titanosaur, by the way, is the first one that I have ever killed solo. I've only ever killed 1 Titanosaur before, and it was with a couple buddies of mine, and we had like gigas and shit to fight it with. So this is the first ever one that I've downed myself, and we did it with a fucking cow and a bow. Like, that's sick. That is just sick to me. Ah! The ARK Nomad series has been by far the most well-received Let's Play series that I've done on the channel so far. Like, the feedback and the support that you guys have given has just been tremendous, and I cannot thank you guys enough. It's really made this something special to me, and I come into this series with pretty low expectations for viewership, and kinda just expecting people to overlook it, but it's been really nice. Like, you guys have been so supportive, and so into this series that I just can't thank you enough. So thank you, from the bottom of my heart, because it made this possible, right? Like, this is the whole reason that I made this series, was to challenge our abilities and overcome obstacles that we didn't think that we could do. Who would have thought that this series would end with a cow and a shoulder goat? Like, seriously, this has been such an odd turn of events. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave me a like down below, subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you can stay up to date on all of my latest content, join the Discord for a community of like-minded woodland creatures, and please keep leaving me comments because they warm my little Bunneh heart. A special thank you goes out to all of the Bunnehs who support me on Patreon. You guys are amazing. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.